The Love Gurus podcast is starting now. The Love Gurus are comics that bring comedic wisdom to the savages asking bizarre relationship questions on the internet. Your hosts are Suzanne Leah Shepherd and Jake Vevera. I am the Love Gurus' pet robot Cassandra. I love you.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen on YouTube, thank you for joining us on the Love Gurus podcast. Sorry about the delay. I was fucking around with tech stuff as usual, but we're good to go now. We are going to start the episode, man. We're taking ridiculous dating questions from the psychos on Reddit, as well as you guys in the comments. So definitely don't be shy. Comment on the show, comment live, all that good stuff. Really happy to be joined by two awesome guests. Yeah! Two returning guests.
I'm not a returning guest.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Sorry. Faisal Alam, thank you for being here, man. Yeah. First time on the show. Thanks for being here for the first time. I meant to say first time returning guest and then first time new guest.
It's okay. I got the show's history down the pat.
There we go.
You just feel so familiar to us in general. We're like, you've been in our hearts every time we podcast.
Fucking A, man. You're
every nightmarish question about a horrible guy. You guys instantly think of me.
The most wild questions we've ever had have all been Faisal.
All the questions I've submitted, you've answered.
Yes.
Every guy in the female dating strategy subreddit. I'm that guy. So.
But our second guest and someone who is a returning guest, Lauren Culp. Thank you for being back on the show. Yeah. And sorry we had to take a week off. We were actually in Iowa so I could get married. All three of these guys, man. Yeah. So that was fun, man.
We went to Iowa.
We did.
We went to Iowa, and it was a lovely wedding. It was a lovely ceremony. I honestly will say, and it's probably one of the best ceremonies I've ever been to. People do have these expectations, sort of, if two comedians are getting married, that. That will do. But it was genuinely one of the best ceremonies I've ever been to. So yeah, it was worth it just for that alone. So
thank you. I personally was on bath salts the entire time, so I don't remember it. So I feel good hearing that. I heard it was a good one. Thank you.
Yeah, only 2 casualties. I mean, pretty impressive.
It's like a Dothraki wedding. If there's not at least 2, it's bad luck and it's fucking boring. Yeah. I wouldn't have heard what a fun wedding it was if everybody lived like a pussy-ass wedding. Oh, our planner has insurance, and she can be found on the regular internet and not the dark web. Not my wedding planner.
Yeah. So it's like a Dexter sort of situation. She's like, who's the weakest and needs to die by the reception? Like, it's
they're bringing that back, right? For some reason.
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. I saw like a trailer and I'm like, well, why?
Yeah.
Did you already ruin that show enough?
Just like the Dothraki wedding. I made Amy eat an entire raw horse heart at the altar. She did it in 7 bites. It was a state record.
It was amazing how clean she kept her dress despite the blood spewing on the audience in the front row. You know what I mean? It was amazing.
She was wearing all white and it stayed white. I was wearing black and became muddled black because all the blood hit me.
That's good luck. That means our sons are going to grow up to be murderous horse archers. Yeah. It's going to be great.
And it's bad luck on me. I'm pretty sure I'm infertile now. Okay.
Yeah,
which is fine,
I'm fine with that. As her boyfriend, I'm very okay with this.
But yeah, it's we have a great show because again, summertime. I feel like
Joel on YouTube says, "Welcome back, Mr. Liska." Thank you. I appreciate
Mr. Liska, yeah. Oh. I can't believe is Amy going to change her name or is she going to stay?
No, he's changing to Liska.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Jake Liska.
I'm also coming out as non-binary. It's going to be a lot of fun, people.
Mrs. and Mrs. Amy Liska. And that's
actually, I think non-binary goes by mix, MX. So it'd be
MX?
Mrs. and Mix Liska.
They go, really? Yeah. MX?
I think it's MX.
That sounds cool. Yeah. MX Vevera? Yeah. Dude, I was just kidding about this non-binary thing, but you're starting to sell me on this.
Mix, Liska. Yes. Mix. Oh, I love that.
I mix Vevera, and don't you forget.
Do you say MX or do you say mix?
I think I've never heard a person say it out loud. I've just always seen it as like Mr., Miss, Mrs., Mix.
Oh,
Mix Vevera sounds like a DJ name. Yo, this is Mix Vevera. We're going to rock this shit. Who's on Molly? Who's partying? Let's do it. Yes, Mix Vevera, yo. Yeah. I think it ought to be Mix Vevera. That's the move.
Yeah, I think it's amazing. Yeah. But yeah, we have a lot of good questions. We're glad to be back. We're glad Jake and Amy got married and had a great ceremony. I mean, things are looking up for the podcast. There's a vagina behind me. I mean, what else do you want?
That vagina is lucky. I rub it like Buddha's stomach, and it gives me good luck all day long.
You know, if you rub it enough, it'll squirt water at you. Did you know that?
it's my lucky tree vagina.
There's a water pipe.
Sometimes I make maple syrup.
And if you rub it enough, it won't stop calling you back. It'll call you at all hours of the night and hear you up.
Especially if I'm all coked up. I can't stop rubbing the thing. Sometimes I rub it really hard with pancakes next to it, and I have it squirt maple syrup all over my breakfast.
Get that tap. Awesome. Well, perfect. Well, should we take our first question?
Absolutely. First question on the Love Gurus podcast. People, write your questions into the Love Gurus podcast at yahoo.com. And until then, we're going to take our first one from the wild animals on Reddit. Also, check us out in the comment section on YouTube every single Thursday night live at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. First one from the wild animals on Reddit.
First question. Should I be mad about my own fake wedding?
That's a goofy bridezilla. I know I only did this to get a guy I don't know a green card for $10,000, but my colors are rose, not red.
I'm like, I can't believe out the gate we already got a question from me.
Out the gate, I know. She slid it in there quick, certainly. Yeah.
I'm only marrying him because if neither one of them is married, they can't be love gurus. She did it to make the podcast better. And she was a total prick about it the whole time.
Should I be mad about my own fake wedding? My boyfriend and I are both 23. We've been together for 6 years. We're very happy and have talked about getting married. But we both want to wait until we're more financially stable and have saved up some money. About a year ago, my Jack, her boyfriend, his older brother, Donnie, who's 30, got diagnosed with a terminal illness, and the doctor says that he probably won't make it more than 2 years. Jack and Donnie are very close as they came from an abusive home where Donnie, at 18, fought for custody of Jack and took care of him from that moment on. After Donnie's diagnosis...
This sounds like the shittiest John Mellencamp song ever. Let me tell you about Jack's custody.
Jack and Donnie and leukemia. Okay. After Donnie's diagnosis, we all basically been completing Donnie's bucket list, going on trips, etc. However, one of the things that Donnie wanted was to be the best man at our wedding. He knows that we wanted to wait to actually get married, but he's afraid that he won't get to see that wedding. So he and Jack and some friends planned a fake wedding and surprised me. Jack proposed to me with a ring pop and then explained that it's going to be a tiny ceremony in my friend's backyard. No more than 14 people. After that, we're all going to go to dinner at a fancy restaurant, and then the reception will be at a big arcade. I was 100% on board with this until my older friend Sheila, who's 30, said it was ridiculous. When I invited her and explained that it's not a real wedding, she told me that it's selfish of Jack to have a fake wedding, and if he really loved me, we would have a real wedding. She asked me why I wasn't furious at the fake proposal, and she said it's childish. Should I be mad about the fake wedding? Is this childish?
Okay, first of all, Sheila's a bitch. Her name is Sheila.
Yeah.
All right.
Sheila.
Right out the game. Sorry to all the Sheilas out there, but
yeah.
It's not like a Cruella de Vil name, but it's definitely someone who called the cops on the wrong person and ended up going viral.
It's a name that meddles.
100%.
It's a meddling name.
Isn't Kyle's mom from South Park named Sheila?
She is named Sheila. Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure she's a bitch.
I'm pretty sure she's a big fat bitch, and there was an entire South Park song titled after 100%.
Yeah, but so to give a quick synopsis, so there's a couple that they're on the 23, which is very young, and they know it, they acknowledge it. However, the older brother has some sort of terminal illness, isn't going to make it more than 2 years, and they thought, you know what, let's just kind of go through the motions, just so he gets that love and feeling, then he can sort of die in peace, and then we'll later on have the real big thing, and then Sheila sticks her big nose in and says, "Well, I think
big
this
nose.
Is child." I don't know if she's Jewish or not, but you guys said the South Park
Jewish.
Tim on YouTube said, "Oh, Sheila, snap."
But yeah, so Sheila's now saying that this is childish and that if you're going to do it, you should have a real wedding. I don't know. Here's what I think. I think all couples should have a fake wedding.
Oh.
I think all they have like the practice, like the rehearsal or whatever, but all couples should have a fake wedding and then like a year or two later, then have the real wedding because it's kind of like, you sure? You sure?
Yeah.
You're really, really sure? Because then when the real thing comes around, it's like, hells yeah. Like it's like you're really up for it. Plus, like, this guy has cancer. Like, I love the woman who wrote this question, and she's kind of like, yeah, we'll just get fake married. I mean, he's gonna die. Like, she sounds amazing.
Yeah. She's a great girlfriend. Like, she's young, and she's just like, yeah, this is my boyfriend from 7 years, meaning they were teenagers when they met. They don't even know if they're going to make it to 30. Most people who start in teenage year, like high school sweethearts, they don't see it to 30. But, like...
My friends, like, they dated their high school and college sweethearts. They're all married to them. All
what? How many? Like, how many couples in total?
3 of my high school friends, like, we're all still friends today. And no one's divorced or anything.
What?
Yeah, 3 of my friends married their high school girlfriends. See, Tom, John, Matt. Yeah, they all, and they're still married to them.
Okay, those also sound like made up names. Tom, John, Paul, Lark, Ringo.
Okay, you read the Bible.
Then 2 more.
My buddy Jasher.
2 more married
his
their
brother
college
Prancer.
There's about a dozen of us.
All I'm learning is that Faisal never had a girlfriend until now.
All
of his friends are married.
You're the only girlfriend they've met. I'll say that.
Oh.
Not on purpose. No.
And she's also the only girlfriend that didn't charge hourly as well.
Yeah, this is true.
He's like, if I smell her hair, does that count as a girlfriend?
Yeah.
All right. Well, how about a girlfriend experience?
Yeah.
That's all I'm really looking for.
I think that's very abnormal, and I am from Kansas. I can think of one of my high school friends that got married. That they were high school sweethearts. They got married and are still married. But I don't think anyone else. I don't think that happened to anyone else that I went to high school.
I
with.
know a few that like were high school and middle school sweethearts that got they broke up and they got back together. But
Yeah, I know some like that,
but
they took some time off and they were like, it turns out I already found the right thing, but I was too drunk and high.
You gotta find yourself when you're a sophomore in high school.
Yeah.
I think it just depends on where you grew up and where you moved to after high school. If you stay in the same area, it's not like you're meeting that many other people.
Here's another hot take. It also depends on how much you were loved as a child, because if you're just kind of secure about yourself and kind of a good person, you're like, oh, I met another good person. Let's just call a spade and not like have this unfilled love.
Dude, that's why I'm not going to love my kids too much. I don't want them getting married at 17. The hell with, I'm going to beat that nonsense out of them real quick.
I think I just learned that I wasn't loved as a child.
No, I'm not.
I think it's a crapshoot.
I'm just saying, like, if you sort of always have this feeling of, oh, there's got to be something. Okay, I'm also really only speaking for personal experience, because I've sort of feel like all of my relationships have broken up because I'm like, there's got to be something else out there that's better. Mm-hmm. And at this point in my life, is it them or is it me? Like, is there really something better out there, or is there just, a hole in my heart that needs to be filled?
Right.
Anyway.
I've broken up for many, many different reasons. Like, it's a whole lot. There's a whole list of them. I don't think, in fact, I'm going to say this. I don't think I've broken up for the same 2 reasons ever. It's always something new. It's always a new adventure.
I think, yeah. So this question, so her question is this childish? So answer that question. Do you think that this whole thing is childish?
I think that Sheila is a bitch, and I'm sticking to it because this girl shouldn't second guess herself. She did the right thing. Well, it's not that she did the right thing because whatever. She did the nice thing, and she did the honorable thing. And like I said, Sheila's a bitch.
Yeah.
Like, Sheila needs to keep her nose out of it. Her parents need to rename her a whole different name because, like, I feel like if you're named Sheila, like, you already got a chip on your shoulder because you're named Sheila, in 2021.
Do you think?
I don't think it's childish at all. Like, I think it's very sweet. At first it sounded like, and I was a little concerned that it sounded like it was just the guy's idea, and then she was brought into it. And that was something that I was like, well, maybe I misunderstood that. But like, it seems like, that she should have been more involved since, it's her fake wedding too. but there's like when I think of childish, I think of like two people being petty and being brats about something. I don't think it's childish that you're just trying to fulfill it seems like a really nice thing, and she was a really good sport about it. It just sounded from the way she described it, it sounded like they sprung this on her, and they surprised her. And I wouldn't have done that. I would have talked it over with her. And
dude, you're really starting to sell me on Sheila. Now she's like that girl from
Sheila
that
didn't make those points.
Teenage Cancer.
That's not the point Sheila made.
I'm starting to think she's like the girl from Fault in Our Stars or something. You know what I mean? Like, I want these two to hook up, and I want her to want the guy to bang her with his one leg like a pirate who's been out for 6 months. That kind of thing.
Even though they sprung it on her, it sounded like she was on board for all of it anyway. Yeah, so no big deal. Like, but that's the only thing. That's the only criticism I would have.
The surprise wedding is weird.
I will say, I guess the other thing is that, like, how much is that fake divorce going to cost?
Well, that's the other
Who gets the dog?
So I think it doesn't sound like they're going to go and make it legal. It's going to be like, just all sort of like, whatever.
The marriage is at an arcade or the reception or something. Is the divorce for tickets that are won at the reception?
This is a good question. These are the, as a lawyer, these are the questions I have. And by lawyer, I mean lawyer who doesn't practice anymore. And I never renewed his licenses.
Fuck that. As a fake lawyer, I can represent you in fake court for your fake marriage and your fake divorce. I can do all of that. Also, I'm a fake doctor. I will give you a fake heart transplant right now. I think that dude could fake live if you give him to me.
Fake live. But I Sheila's saying, "Oh, well, I think this is childish." I think that what would be really childish is if the boyfriend said to her, "Look, we need to get legit married." Yeah. Like if he had pulled like a real wedding on her and been like, "We need to do this," because I don't think they've had the ceremony and the reception yet. I think that the proposal was like what she was surprised with, and then they're gonna do the ceremony. I don't think they've actually had the fake ceremony yet. So I'm like sweating like a whore in church. Okay.
No, I love this. You look like an Italian. You look like an Italian Don. That's
it's going to be a very messy wedding. They're going to be blood as they bride. I don't know if that's really an Italian.
That sounded way more.
Fine, you came to me on my daughter's wedding day. I'll shoot that fucking guy.
Way more Eastern European. You sounded like Nico from GTA 4.
Now that is a throwback. That is a throwback reference to the least popular GTA game in the history of the franchise.
It's like, Nico, it's your cousin Roman. Would you like to go bowling?
Would you like to go bowling with your? Yeah, it is a little bit more boring.
I wanted to burn my phone after that game. Like, all the things you hate about real life, well, you can do it in this fucking game with shitty accents. So.
Yeah, but they made it up with the next one that had that crazy methed out guy with the neck tattoos and stuff. Like, he was great. Dude,
I got bored after 10 minutes. I was like riding a fucking bike or something. It was like at first it was like a bank heist, right? And then it just like, here's these stupid shit you got to do before you do the cool missions. And I was like, I don't feel like playing.
See, Jake liked GTA 5 because he finally felt represented in a video game with like
a
white trash guy. And
yes. Most Grand Theft Auto characters, too fancy. Yeah. All right? Yeah. The people that I used to run around breaking things with, they didn't look anything like that. Like, oh, look at me in my button down. That's completely fucking done up. Yeah. You know what I mean? No, we went unbuttoned.
Yeah.
We had shitty tattoos that were done with ink pens. You know, we had a good time.
Is one of the missions you drink moonshine and hit mailboxes out of a truck with a baseball bat?
There's stuff close to that. Yeah, there's stuff.
I might give it another shot.
Yeah, it's fun, dude.
You gotta really hold out to the Trevor missions. That's what you really gotta do.
It's sounding like my spirit animal. So.
Joel on YouTube says, when I was growing up, my next door neighbor was named Sheila. I used to egg her house twice a year. Just kidding. Her name was Betty. She was still a bitch, and I egged her house twice a year. He also says, by the way, when you are 10, you don't think about the trajectory. I can't say that word. Trajectory.
Trajectory. Yeah.
Yeah.
Trajectory. Don't egg a house from your own yard. They'll figure that shit out quickly.
Oh yeah, they got like forensics, right?
Yeah. How the splatter.
There's a Dexter for eggs.
Yeah, totally. He's a fake detective. You know, he does eggings. I had a fake wedding once before. This is Joel on YouTube. I had a fake wedding once before the actual ceremony. I found out she'd been screwing my keyboard player which we found out on a previous episode as well.
Yeah, see, fake weddings work. Now you are able to find out that there's a two-timing
that's why you gotta,
define a real wedding for me, given Joel's just story. Am I right? Like,
I mean, if I would have found out my keyboard player was fucking my wife at my real wedding, you know, it would have completely changed that reception.
Which is crazy because you didn't have a keyboard.
Right? I'd be like, what are you even doing here? Get the fuck out of here! What are you didn't even bring the keyboard. What are you?
There's a guy, he's got like one of those little tiny ones. He's like, you
didn't bring the keys, you just brought your cock. Take your non-keyboard and go.
Yeah, here's my final advice for these people. Look, Sheila seems like a downer on this fun parade. And, you know, Donnie, he doesn't have much time left. Why are we hanging out with fun anchor Sheila when really, you know, you would think that someone having a terminal illness would like put things into perspective, not Sheila. So my final advice is have your pretend wedding, just, you know, look lovely and, you know, do all the things. Just don't invite Sheila. Cut Sheila out. Sheila's out.
Mm-hmm.
If I had one real question asked, it's how many cats does Sheila have?
Sheila's a cat name.
Ask yourself that and you'll know the truth.
Sheila's very much a lady with cats. Tim on YouTube says, Sheila is being shady, putting thoughts in her friend's head. Is Sheila single herself? No, I'm not interested. It could explain some
It's like, Tim, you're better than Sheila. Come on.
Joel on YouTube says, Jake, he knows about the moonshine and ball bats. We need to bring him into the family. Yes.
Hell yeah.
I do like.
Bring him into the family.
Yes.
I can't do it. Italian's just never going to happen.
Do you have moonshine and ball bats? There's no moonshine at my daughter's wedding. It's just really pricey wines from Sicily.
I love a wedding where you're kind of scared that you're going to go blind from the moonshine. You know what I mean? It's kind of, you know, right when you're like, this is getting boring. You're like, I might be blind.
Yeah.
That would rule if it was like temporary blindness. Like that was the alcohol. Like you're blind for like an hour.
Yeah.
It's like a different kind of blacking out.
Yeah.
I think it would make for a cool wedding night. You know what I mean?
That would rule. Yeah.
We're blind on moonshine.
A blind date on moonshine.
Yeah. We actually spent our wedding night blindfolded and hung upside down. It was weird. It got kinky.
Awesome. All
I
right.
can't believe those ceilings in the hotel handled all that way.
Oh no, it was in the parking lot. We can never return to the States. We're stuck in New York forever now.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And it was at 8 a.m. Kids were going to school and stuff.
Oh, that's okay. Now I remember. Yeah, I thought those were scarecrows. And nope, it's just
no. It was just us going.
Oh, amazing! All right. Well, any other final advice for this last?
Well, I can tell that this guy is fucking broke. Otherwise, she'd be pushing for a real wedding, especially with a name like Sheila. I think Sheila knows what's up. You know.
Yeah.
But I guess have a fake. Have a fake divorce.
Oh.
Hire a fake person to show up and bang on the glass like Dustin Hoffman in The Graduate. Sheila, fake marry me instead. I'm sorry, I fake fucked your fake mother in the first half of this fake movie. And then Sheila'd be like, "Yeah, I forgive you. You're the protagonist of this movie for some reason."
Yeah, awesome. Well, perfect. I think we answered that question.
Absolutely. Let's hear
You're
from
welcome.
Yes, absolutely. We have saved the life of Sheila.
In this fake marriage.
And we've saved a fake marriage to help with a real illness. You know, hopefully.
And rest in peace.
Yeah.
But let's hear from our somewhat sort of sponsors. People, do you need an amazing Sauvignon Blanc? Then you can't do better than Le Jardin Sauvignon Blanc. A very expressive Sauvignon Blanc with floral notes and hints of exotic fruits. Delicious. Served with seafood, white meats, or on its own. It is exotic fruits. You know what I mean? It makes them sound sexy, right? Tired of fucking boring fruits from down across the street. You know what I mean? I'm tired of being married to the same fruit since high school. Not even bothered to wander out there and figure out what the hell's there. Yeah. Maybe there's something cool out there in where is this from? Where is this
France.
from? In France.
Yeah.
Le Jardin.
Le Jardin.
There's something good.
When you're tired of normal fruit and want to put something exotic in your mouth, Le Jardin, get you some. And now it's time for our next question on the Love Gurus podcast.
Next question. I'm pregnant after a relationship with my friend and her fiance.
I'm listening. I gotta go grab more wine.
Wait. Back up. She's pregnant with who?
Oh, let me get the questions up here.
Yeah.
I've been bombing with this. Look at this.
Oh, no worries. Okay. I'm pregnant after a relationship with my friend and her fiance.
Nice.
I'm 28. I'm a 28-year-old female. My friend and I used to date when we were younger. 5 years ago, she met her now fiance.
Now, this is a lady who wouldn't be tied down during high school. You know, she fucking partied.
She had other rainbows to climb. And they hit it off. They had some issues at the start because he was in school and a virgin, but they overcame them. And she said that she's found the one. He's now 27 and she's 31. 3 years ago, we got back in regular contact and they wanted a threesome. So I agreed, which became more regular and we became poly. I've moved in. We've lived together for a few years now and we have a functional relationship. I became pregnant this month and not sure how to tell them because we've been talking about having a child, but agreed that my friend would be the mother. However, we had issues with that and I accidentally became pregnant. I only told him and he's happy, but I don't know how to tell her. It's definitely his because I only slept with him and he wants to keep it. I'm quite hormonal and don't want to get rid of it either. She'll likely be happy, but I don't want to flaunt my pregnancy when she struggled so much. How should I tell her?
I mean, it's not like she doesn't know how it got there.
Yeah.
It was kind of her fucking idea.
Like, she should have at least at one point seen the cream pie happen, you know?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that happen in front of her? I'm just confused. Okay, I don't know how poly relationships
Doesn't that at least
work.
make her like an unofficial
cult.
aunt at that point?
That's my understanding of every poly relationship I've ever heard of. It's usually a cult where the guy has complete control over his girlfriend. It's really about him having sex with other women.
Yeah.
And then she doesn't get to bang any other dudes.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's a dream for every man, without a question, that one-sidedness.
Yeah.
But that's my understanding.
I mean,
I don't know. It sounds like it's not a dream anymore. This sounds like it's going to suck for this poor. I feel bad for this cult leader. You know, that's not why he got
seems
into the
happy.
game.
He's now building out his population.
But for me,
this is why Jim Jones gave all them Kool-Aid. He was like, I'm tired of dealing with all these poly babies. This is bullshit.
For them to be like, okay, we want the friend to get pregnant first and be the baby mama first, and then she's like, well, now I'm pregnant.
So for whatever reason, so there's two women, one man.
Yeah.
One of the woman not writing the question is engaged to the man.
Right.
But the one writing the question, the third wheel, she's the one that's pregnant.
Right. And she said that, they said that the fiance, the female girl, the friend, and ex-girlfriend, but now girlfriend, they said that she was going to be the mother first, and she was having problems.
Yeah.
And my thing is that's what you've agreed on. Why is he coming inside of her? I'm sorry.
Oh, you just now figured out how pregnancy works? You're in a poly relationship. You can't act woke as fuck and don't know where your uterus is. Like, what are you talking about?
She's like, I'm scared to tell her that I'm pregnant. She was there.
Yeah, I do love the idea of this lady getting indignant about it. I can't believe you're pregnant with my husband's child. You gave me the loop. What are you talking about? You were holding the camera the whole time. What is it?
You're the one that put my leg all the way back. I don't understand.
You siphoned it into me. You shotgunned it with a straw. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? After he shot it in me, you went like.
You made the stickiest bubble bath I've ever heard.
See, I'm glad that you guys had this because I kind of I did feel bad for the other woman. I thought, she because I took it as she sort of stole her thunder in the most thunderous way you could. Like, you're in a poly relationship and you're like, got pregnant before you, bitch. Like, that is I feel like that was a little bit, not a little bit, that to me is the ultimate stealing thunder kind of thing.
Sure.
So I get why she would be apprehensive about that. However, as you guys have
it's
pointed
a weird
out,
conversation.
She saw, like, she was there, unless she was drinking moonshine from Iowa.
And at one point,
I don't think they're always having three-ways. I think they're pounding each other, like, maybe one person's at work. I don't think they have to bang each other at the same time. So maybe it was just like,
we don't know. She didn't say.
Yeah, she didn't say, right? Like, you don't, unless we don't know the rules of the banging for this.
Yeah.
So
here's the story of a lady named Sheila.
I mean, because the girls might be lesing out too, right?
Well, so from my understanding of what you told me,
I mean, I hope so. Otherwise, I'm going to be exhausted in that relationship.
It sounded like the two girls were in a relationship first.
Yes.
And then they broke up.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, they broke up.
I missed that part.
And then she got with this guy. And then after years of like her with this guy, the two girls reconnected. And then the three of them had a poly relationship, started banging. And now the one who I thought was like lesbian, and maybe she's not lesbian. I don't want to identify for her. You don't want to label. She's the one that got the cream pie to make the baby. And I just find that really interesting, especially since they've already also disclosed that the girl, the friend, the female, the fiance, I don't know what we label, girl one, girl two.
Yeah.
Is having problems getting pregnant.
I mean, do you think that...
Which is also a shit way to find out that it's your problem and not the guy's problem. Like, he has no problem getting anyone pregnant.
Yeah, it's... like couples that go through infertility, it's like, well, it's one of us. And no, it's not him.
It's not him. He's doing fine.
But do you think that there's a little bit of her that is... I don't know. It's like, there may be a little bit of her that's like, oh, whoops, I guess I got pregnant. I guess I'm the special one now.
Yeah, see, if I was her, what I do is...
I know we're poly and it's against all the rules from the book, but Jesus clearly loves me more. Yes, he does.
Yeah, it's a little, maybe she just didn't feel seen in a relationship with so many people. Or is that maybe...
If I was her, I would sit her friend Sheila down, so I'm going to name her. So she sits Sheila down and she's like, listen, girl... And after a few daiquiris, because like that's how they started this whole relationship. And she's
not her. She's pregnant. Or are you saying she's still pretty early pregnant, so it's not going to matter that much?
Oh yeah. I mean, for all we know, these people don't know that you can't drink while pregnant.
Yeah, straight up.
Oh, dude, I'll bet they party. You know what I mean? I'll bet they party.
But she just sits her down and she's like, "Listen, I know what we said we were gonna do, but that's no longer happening because I'm pregnant." Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I want to see this shit on Maury. Call Maury. That's my advice. Call Maury.
I hope she has a really uncomfortable conversation with her friend, and her friend finally comes to terms with it, and they all get a thing where they all get back together, and then they're all holding hands. You know what I mean? She's in the middle in the delivery room. He's on one side holding one hand. She's holding the other hand, and then the baby comes out, not looking like any of them.
Yeah.
You know?
I assume these people are white.
And they go,
and the baby is black. And that would make me happy.
It comes out super black. I mean, like sporting a full afro somehow. You know what I mean? And
there's
just
like zero white in it. They're like, I don't even think that's the real mom.
Yeah, it's like you somehow got like a black woman's egg inside you. Like I think it's like well.
It's like NBA star James Harden just comes right out of this woman.
Yeah. And then both of them at the same time are instantly like, Sheila, how dare you, like that.
Well, also, I find it interesting that she told him and he was like super excited. He wasn't like for a moment like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, well, he's a dude.
Yeah,
so, but that's what you don't understand.
Here's the thing though that I think is messy. Yeah, here's what I think is getting messy is because the other two are engaged. And so they were like, listen, we're going to be the ones to have a baby because, she's sort of like the accessory. They're probably thinking 10 years down the road of like, maybe we don't want to be in a poly relationship forever. And so eventually when she breaks off and finds her partner or other relationship, we have this family unit. Well, now that's not true. Now it's just mess. I don't know if messy is the right word or if I'm just not woke enough. Like it's, because now his baby is with her. Mm-hmm. So she is now going to be, they're in this love triangle forever now. So, which maybe
it's actually a love square.
Maybe that's what baby Jesus wanted though. Like that.
Well, maybe
Jesus has blessed us with a love triangle.
If you get real literal with Christianity, the first like the Son of God was part of a poly relationship. You got Mary, you got Joseph, you got God.
Oh my God, that's
good. Yeah.
You got God, the Holy Spirit.
God impregnated Mary while the Holy Spirit was holding the camera. in the closet. Yeah.
Joseph's in the corner crying while whacking off.
Yeah. It was weird. Yeah, he's got one of those orange ball gags in his mouth, and he's all like, "The Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit, amen."
And that's the only reason why Joseph.
I'm gonna make that porno.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason why Joseph
exists.
Never denying Jesus as his son because he was just like, I was there.
Yeah, I was totally there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
No, she was a virgin. I totally didn't get cucked.
Dude, angels flew in wearing nothing but Speedos. You know what I mean? Already fully erect once the window came open.
Yeah.
And it was wild.
Yeah.
It does seem, their relationship as far as it, they seem very open-minded. Also, here's the other thing about pregnancy. Like, she's gonna find out, like, even if she like miscarriages or, something like that, like the other woman is going to find out. And so, but as far as like telling her, you know, it's, you know, do you think that she should go on the approach of, oh, look, we're going to raise this baby together? Or should she be like, I'm gonna head out? Like, you know, no, like how do you approach that subject?
She should tell this girl, like she's telling a guy on Maury, like, this is your baby. It's your baby. Look at those eyes. That's your baby.
Or how about like you break the news and be like, oh, and by the way, you're welcome. You know, you gotta reframe it as if it's her fault that you're pregnant.
Yeah.
And I think that's the real. I mean, if there's anything I've learned as a man, is you always gaslight. Yeah. That is number one strategy.
100%. If my wife ever got mad at me for something that was totally her idea, I don't care what it is. I don't care. We got lost. I don't care.
Baby, you guys like wanted the baby, and I was like, whatever. It was like you guys like being messy. And
Guys,
like, so crazy.
Technically, I'm your surrogate, and I think you should appreciate the work that my body's about to do for you.
Most surrogates do not give happy ending, and I didn't even charge for it.
Yeah.
Some surrogates don't even lick your asshole, and I did that for free.
No, I bet she did charge for that one. I hope she charged that one.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, here's the other thing. The other reason why I wanted to.
Yeah, these people can't be prudes, right?
No.
I mean, they're down for whatever.
They're not grossed
I mean,
out.
it would be really annoying if they had like really boring threesomes where they just took turns doing missionary. That would be dumb.
Yeah, I do. I hope this polyamorous threesome relationship is done through a hole in a sheet. I hope they're like, we're very religious, but we're freaks, you know, and they gotta still follow all the rules.
Yeah, but I think that, you know, this is a good question for us to talk about, because I think that situations like this are going to pop up more and more. You know, this is a question that is going to become more common. And it's, you know, again, like the root of what destroys a lot of relationships is jealousy.
Yeah.
And so these people have already broken that barrier in the sense that they're like, we're in an open poly relationship. We're not jealous people because we, you know, bang and it's all totally, you know, it's very Vicky Cristina Barcelona. Yeah. And now one of them's pregnant. So it's just, you know, you just pull that jealousy card. Listen, Sheila, we're not jealous people. Don't be jealous of the fact that I'm the better woman now.
Joel on YouTube says, only in missionary it is an Amish threesome. He says pie and square one according to Happy Days. These freaks ain't square. However, give them my number.
Is Joel a chick? Because then I think they'll be down. But I don't know if they invite other dudes.
Yeah, there's another guy. Yeah.
That's true.
Generally, how these things work, and they're always white.
They're
always white.
But we're gonna shoot a shot for him. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. What about Wild Country? That guy was.
Actually, that's the solution. Joel will bang the non-pregnant chick.
Yes,
and you know,
Joel
that should work everything.
Step in and show this guy what polyism is really all about.
Yeah. Dump a bunch of loads in her, and everyone's even Steven.
And prove that she is not infertile.
Yes.
Yeah, all right? Do what the Lord destined you to do.
Then it's definitely the man's fault if you knock her up. Then he's fucking up.
You're a man. You should knock up every woman you have sex with.
And then it's no one's fault except for the fact that his sperm and her eggs don't like each other. Yeah. And it's all because of the Geneva Convention.
Right.
And the fluoride in our water.
And
I bet
the vaccine.
How hilarious would it be is if the one that isn't pregnant was vaccinated?
Oh,
that's true. That's true.
Maybe one got Pfizer and one got the shitty Johnson & Johnson one.
No, dude, that's why Joel needs to knock her up, because he doesn't drink tap water. He only drinks beer, and he's totally not vaccinated. You're good to go, Joel.
You're good to go.
You
Get in there, Joel. Get in there, Joel.
Yes.
Joel.
Well, great. Yeah. So, I mean, that's my final advice is look, just tell her. And it might get a bit rocky, but just be sensitive to the fact that she might not feel as special as you feel.
Eat her pussy first and then tell her.
Oh my God, totally tell her.
Eat her pussy first and then tell her.
Why didn't we think of this before?
Honestly, because
you guys have not been in a polyamorous relationship.
Yeah. It's just goes to show I know how to take care of a woman.
100%. Go down there, do the thing where you kind of curl up. You give her the old Captain Hook, the old yarn matey, as you press down on the lower tummy, and then right as she's squirting, you go. I'm pregnant with your husband. Like that. That's how you tell her. She's
My
getting mad.
bad.
Yeah. I think that's perfect. Yeah. And Faisal will make that porn along with the Mary and Joseph one.
Hell yeah.
100%. 100%. You got to start an OnlyFans before you do this. If not, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, how are you gonna? You're bombing at polyamorism if you don't have an OnlyFans.
Amazing. Well, I think we answered that question.
Absolutely. Next question on our Love Gurus podcast, and let's hear from another one of our somewhat sort of sponsors. People, do you want yet another amazing Sauvignon Blanc? Then you gotta get Viña Tinajas. I don't know if I'm saying that right at all. Tinajas. Viña Tinajas Sauvignon Blanc. Look at these. It's from Chile. You can tell because they're on bicycles up in the mountains.
Riding bikes.
Dude, I love that they're so healthy there. They got really good wine in Chile, and they're riding around on bikes while drinking white wine. That's the fucking move, dude. I would not be chubby if I did that. If I just rode around on bikes, just chugging the whole time. That's the way to do it. Wine of Chile. Valle del Mal. Expressive and elegant are perfect words to describe this Sauvignon Blanc with fresh floral notes and citrus and grapefruit flavors. It has a firm but balanced acidity with ripe fruits and a hint of apricot on the finish. That's right. It's ripe fruits. You know how many these goddamn wines I try? I'm like, pah! That fruit is not ripe. Gross. It was still all green and stuff. It was all little.
Yeah, I hate green banana wine.
Yeah, you gave me green banana wine. This is disgusting. This is homeless man wine. Who put this in my fancy Sauvignon Blanc bottle? I spit on you, non-ripe wine, but not on Viña Tinajas, for it is ripe fruit wine. Viña Tinajas. Get you some. And now, time for our next question from the wild animals on Reddit.
Next question.
You guys should have Blue Chew as a sponsor.
We should.
I mean, it is very fitting for this podcast.
Fucking ain't right, man. I'll eat some Blue Chew.
Blue Chew on the show.
Dude, I will eat one at the beginning of the podcast just to find out what happens. You know what I mean? Just to kind of,
I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
Blue Chew?
Really?
Blue Chew?
Yeah, it's like a generic Viagra, but it's chewable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As opposed to...
totally eat some Blue Chew.
Yeah. Blue Chew. Blue Chew. Blue Chew. I love it because I like Viagra, but I'm too stupid not to chew it. You know what I mean? And they don't have Flintstones Viagra yet. I'm like, why don't they have a blueberry, a Fred Flintstone that I can chew on and then get hard as a caveman, hard as a rock?
Yeah.
But they do now. Blue Chew. Get you some. Look at Blue Chew. We just give you a free one. Huh? First one is free. Next one's will cost you. Next question on the Love Gurus podcast.
Next question. My best friend is trying to include my childhood bully in our circle, and I don't know how to handle it.
This is the last girl, isn't it?
I knew it. They're all related.
Wait, this is best friend, not his girlfriend?
Yeah. So I've known my best friend since seventh grade. He's super sweet, and we're still close friends in our late 20s now. In high school, he befriended a girl that straight up made her life mission to be the biggest asshole to me growing up throughout elementary and middle school.
And now she's pregnant with my husband's kid.
We're talking like me coming home ugly crying on multiple occasions because she was so cruel to me. She would bully me in front of others for laughs and start rumors about me for whatever reason. At one point, we even fist fought because I dated the same guy as her months before they got together. By high school, she fucked off and finally stopped. But obviously, I didn't go out of my way to be best friends with her. Fast forward to today, I've gone 10 plus years without seeing this girl, and my friend tells me they've recently reconnected and been hanging out. I told him about our past, but didn't go into excruciating detail how she was to me, but he says that now he's her friend. He's having a barbecue this weekend and invited our close friend group plus this girl. And honestly, it's making me not even want to go anymore. I know we're well past those days, but this girl's face alone triggers me. I know childhood bullies can change, so I hope that she has, but I've made peace with leaving her in the past and have zero desire to reconcile or become her friend. I feel ridiculous asking my friend to maybe keep us separate at social activities from here on out, and I'm sure that there's going to be future occasions where he'd like us both there. Part of me just wants to cancel and not go, but I know it'd hurt my friend's feelings because he's excited for this get-together. We haven't gotten together in a long time, and he wants to show off his new place. How do I handle this situation?
So this is Sheila from the first question.
100%. But before we do this, I got to catch up on some YouTube questions. This is pretty good. What's every Amish woman's fantasy? 3 Mennonites at the same time.
Yes, 3 Mennonite.
Man, so much beard action going on. Don't know if it's pubes or facial.
Joel says, I'll run that by the wife. I'm sure she'll sign off immediately.
Oh, yeah.
Amy on YouTube says, sorry, not sorry. Joel says, if dude ain't licking it, he doesn't deserve to be sticking it. Tim on YouTube says,
stop giving my girlfriend ideas. I'm a very lazy lay, and I'd like to keep it that way.
I'm a very lazy lay, and I'd like to keep it that way is my favorite John Denver song. It was very underrated. Joel on YouTube says, some of the wines have been so bad that Jake has broken his glass. That is true. That is true. Joel on YouTube says, Blue Bale the Buffy. Blue Ball the Buffy.
The bully.
The bully. Sorry, I'm reading on the small one because I have like a light blocking the big one on the screen. Blue Ball the bully. There is no worse punishment. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Make her think that your husband's going to get her pregnant, and then he doesn't. He pulls out at the last minute.
Honestly, though, I mean, like, it is good that you have the open mind that people can change, and you're not obligated to be this friend. Oh, we're talking about the bully, right?
I
saw the bully thing.
No. Yeah. So just a quick synopsis. So it's two friends that have been friends since 7th grade. They've been best friends. He now reconnected with her old bully, and he's like including the bully in the friend group, and she's kind of like, what the fuck? Like, kind of like he kind of dropped a bomb into her perfect, sort of.
And this is her boyfriend that's bringing the.
No. Just her best friend that just happens to be a guy.
Yeah.
Which let's just say
there's no love going on, so we shouldn't even address
from all the shady shit like that I'm hearing. He's the gay guy best friend. Like that's what I'm hearing. Like he doesn't give a fuck. He's befriending this other girl and making this other girl feel uncomfortable. He's like, it's fine. Like I'm just inviting them.
Well, she didn't know. In his defense, she didn't tell him what exactly happened. She just said this person bullied me in high school. It was 10 years ago.
I thought she did say some things that
she said she didn't talk about the details.
It's 10 years ago.
She specifically said that. If you are that concerned, then you need to mention what exactly happened. And maybe the two of you need to hash it out before this thing. Maybe actually talk to this person. You can either address it head on. Also, even if there is a party there, like, it's like you shouldn't be afraid to go somewhere just because you don't like somebody there. I feel like then the other person wins.
All right, that's a very helpful answer, and I'm going to say I think the two girls should arm wrestle, and then whoever wins gets to be the friend.
But I'm also saying
yes, arm wrestle for the gay best friend. Arm wrestle for the gay best friend. And we play music from that Stallone movie where he's a trucker. We play the theme song to that as you arm wrestle for the gay best friend.
Look, in all seriousness, she might regret how she treated you in high school. Like I've had to live. I was a bully growing up, believe it or not. I was an asshole for most of my life.
And a lot of those stuck-up girls he bullied still don't want to hang out with him.
People can change. People can feel bad. It is on her to address it and apologize. And if she does try to make peace with it, you still don't have to be this person's best friend. But, like, people can change, and people do feel bad for the things they do. I know I definitely have. So this is why
you didn't have a girlfriend in high school and not married today.
Actually, being verbally abusive is probably what reinforced me. Getting laid is what reinforced me being an asshole.
But okay, well.
I learned all the wrong lessons in life. But, and people could change quick or anything. Like, I accidentally made a girl cry on her birthday. Okay. And then I dated her a year later. So, like, you'd be surprised.
Stop telling people about my birthday.
And his friend was like, dude, what are you doing? Why did you just piss all over that birthday cake? And he was like, shh, I'm playing the long game on this one. You understand? I'm driving her self-esteem and her self-image down a lot. So and that way she thinks she deserves
she's ready to tumble.
Do it like me.
I don't want to invalidate your feelings either. Whatever shit happened in high school, I'm sure it was shitty. And I don't want to say it was dismiss it.
But here's also the thing. I think that, given, we've all had, I think, bad experiences.
I also think she's like, how old are these people?
So they're in their late 20s.
Okay, get the fuck over yourself.
Yeah,
Sorry, I'm sorry.
right.
Get the fuck over it. Like, it happened when you were like in 7th grade, 8th grade, whatever.
Yeah.
Every kid is an asshole
fucking
in
A.
middle school. If you
Fucking A.
think you were an innocent kid, there is a even the small, quiet kid was probably an asshole who didn't let you copy off their homework when you really need to copy it, because if you didn't do your homework one more time, the teacher's gonna keep you after school. And you're like, hey, let me copy. And the kid was like, no, you didn't do it. And they think they're such a nice person because they're quiet and they do all their work. But you know what? Just be a fucking friend that one time. I'm looking at you, Damien.
Whoa!
Damien, you've been called
very
out.
specific place. And
Wow.
fuck you, Damien.
Yeah.
There's no
yeah.
Damien, you're a bully, and I won't forget it till 10 minutes, till after 10 years, man. I'm not doing it. I'm not letting my gay best friend make us hang out. It's not happening.
Here's the other thing about so let's say that you're in your late 20s and you're worried about someone who was mean to you when you were in middle school, seeing them again. Doesn't that just kind of resonate that you aren't happy with where your own life is?
Yes.
You know, because if she had like some fucking baller job, was doing awesome, you know, just loving life, being her best self, she would not give a shit. But it's, you know, maybe she herself still feels insecure. So the fact that she's asking her friend to, you know, curate the guest list based on her insecurities, like, as you said,
over it.
get the fuck over
Yes.
yourself.
You're an adult.
Like,
And
you should grow
don't get me
up.
wrong. If the bullying was bad enough in high school, if it was really bad enough, if they used to chase you down and fucking beat you bloody, like whatever, there is a level of bullying to where it's like, yeah, even 20 years later, we like it's.
I don't fuck with that.
I mean,
I don't fuck with that.
Harvey
But-
Weinstein went to a lot of parties. Know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like,
yes,
it
right.
wasn't that kind of
If
that kind of bullying.
right, but that's the thing though, is if it was really that bad, here's what we would hear from her. What? Details on what the girl did.
Yeah.
Yes, we try to point this out at least once an episode. These questions are these people's pro-them propaganda. It's their MSNBC, their Fox News, their North Korean state-run news. If their father happened to die and give you the entire country, right?
Yeah.
So she's trying to sell us on what a horrible girl she was in high school and why she should still hold a grudge, right? We would get at least one story right now because we got a lot of detail there.
Like,
it's not like it was a short question.
She pulled my tampon out and waved in front of the whole classroom, you know?
And she swung it around the room.
And flung it at my crush, Bobby Sheehan.
Yeah.
Bobby Sheehan! I don't know. You know what's hilarious? I'm from Massachusetts, which that's like, she has a very common last name. And I thought of Bobby, and then I put the two together. Bobby Sheehan's a real comic.
Not only that,
bullied Bobby Sheehan in high school.
I cannot tell you how much I love the image of 7th grade girls fighting over little Bobby Sheehan.
but here's the thing. This is how cursed that tampon was. Bobby was really tall before that hit him in the face. He had blonde hair. He had no freckles.
He had blonde hair. He wasn't a redhead.
Instantly it hit him in the face, and he was like, "Oh, these splatters aren't going away. Oh, I have permanent freckles that came from the splatter from the tampon."
Yeah, Bobby, if you're watching this, let's fuck sometime.
Yes. Friend of the show, Bobby Sheehan, hilarious comic. Look
Very
him up.
hilarious comment.
Oddly enough, women in Mesopotamia, the way they dyed their hair was through used tampons.
And we just waste them wasteful Westerners.
We just flush that
use
shit
your
down
own
the toilet.
But yeah, look, it's been 10 years, and I mean, like, a lot at the end. It's people, you got to forgive people at some. I mean, we forgave Bin Laden. It's, you know, after 9/11, like
Louis C.K. is totally coming back out on tour. We're
he's gonna go to MSG. I still get the emails apparently.
Yeah,
and he's like, "Yeah, I'll be at MSG."
Yeah, so Louis C.K. is coming back out on tour. Like, you can't hang out at a party with this girl who didn't rape anyone allegedly.
That's true.
What are you talking about?
People still listen to Michael Jackson's music, and he was more than just a bully.
Yeah.
And it wasn't to people his own age at all.
Well, he wasn't a bully, and that's why. He was a monster.
He was really, really nice.
People aren't sure who needs to step down, Cuomo or Biden, because they both did the same thing.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. Biden's not Italian. So.
It was a little more reserved.
To be fair, my brother did call that Cuomo was going to use the whole Italian defense, and then Cuomo came out and was like, "What? I'm Italian," and I'm like, "You know what? Give him the book. Throw the book at him." But yeah,
grabbing a nest is like shaking a woman's hand. Oh,
hey, yo, what are you talking about?
Hickory dickory dock, I'm the governor of this sometimes I gotta grab a titty on my way to the office. Oh.
That police officer was asking for it.
Mamma mia, that ass.
She's pulling me over with her headlights alone. Oh.
The whole thing about this Como, it just, that someone really did something extraordinary to sit on it during like the COVID pandemic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They were like, listen, I'm not saying that what happened wasn't terrible, but we're kind of melting as a world right now.
Yeah.
Can you not bring your sex? But now that like COVID is kind of bad, they're like, Como was a sexual abuser. It's like, oh, is this progress?
I don't know.
Are we really listening to women? Or are we kind of like, just picking the best of two bad options?
I will say that.
I mean?
Well, Lindsay Boylan did like run for office but she didn't do it the first time she ran for office because she ran for something else and then lost, and then she ran for something in Manhattan, and then she threw that out there. So timing matters. It's not to cast any doubt. I believe her. Like,
I just want to say,
it just like sometimes like it is a matter of like there is a time you have to pick your fight.
The most Italian thing that Cuomo ever did, right, was they said, hey, you have been found of sexual assault. And he released an 85-page thing, and most of those pages are pictures of other politicians doing the same shit. And then the president was like, you should resign. And so he released more pictures of the president doing more shit. And that is an Italian thing where we're just like, listen, buddy, you think you're as bad as me? You think you're not. You're like, we're the same.
It wasn't even denying. He was like,
you think you're better than me. You think you're better than me. Like, think you're better than me? I don't think you're better than me. I think you're just as much of a schmuck as I am.
It's very, very good, fellas.
Yeah,
then she shoves the gun in her underwear, it gets real hot.
Yeah.
Mr. Cuomo, did you grab titties? Yeah, but I grabbed the correct amount.
Yeah.
Like that's I like that.
Oh,
That's a very,
I'm sorry. Am I not supposed to grab a titty when they look so nice? I'm sorry. Is that not a compliment? I'm sorry.
I thought we were about diversity now. Why can't we respect my Italian culture of groping women? So just saying that's legal in France too. That's all I'm saying.
It would be rude not to grab them, I feel.
Honestly, when that story came out, I can only imagine the amount of Italian men in their work offices just sweating like, fuck, I'm about to get fucking fired.
Well, the fancy ones, the real Italian men were like, yeah, you grab some titties.
Yeah. Hey, who hasn't grabbed the titty? Who hasn't grabbed the titty on an ass saying hello? Hey, I'm sorry. God gave it to you. I just want you to know that I appreciate it.
What do you say? Me grabbing it is a sign that you're beautiful. You don't want to feel beautiful? What's wrong with you?
Almost every restaurant GM in Staten Island was like, that's against the law now? Fuck. We can't do that anymore. Son of a bitch.
As a woman who's only a quarter but looks very Italian, and was raised in an Italian, you are groped from the moment you come out. They're just like being held baby to baby by every old person. And by the time that you're about 4 or 5, you're just like, I am scared of old Italian people. Not just the men, the women too. All right? Because they're like, give me a kiss. And you're just like, why?
What? No tongue for your auntie?
Yeah. Oh, what? Yeah. What? You're really a big old prude, aren't you, little Lauren? And it's like, yeah, I am. I am a prude. Stop putting your tongue down my mouth.
Yeah, it sounds like there's something very illegal about calling a 4-year-old a prude, but I just work here.
Listen, it is an Italian context. If you're not allowing your old grandmas and grandpas to put their tongue down your throat when you're an Italian, you're a fucking prude. Okay?
You're a prude.
Have some respect for your elders.
Amy on YouTube says, girls and guys can't be friends. This was his payback for that you won't fuck him. Yeah.
Well, the guy, we don't know if the guy is straight or gay, right?
But it's a good, interesting, because it's definitely plausible.
Yeah.
He's like,
that's true.
Well, he's either gay and messy, or he's straight and an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, it's like,
I respect if this was all an elaborate scheme. I mean, that's some that takes a lot of hard work to like reconnect.
Yeah.
That's like a fucking Shakespeare villain in 2021.
But
I like that.
It's been a long time since I've worked toward a goal
that's a
for
level
years.
of competence.
It's gotta be satisfying.
That's a level of competence I don't expect out of anyone. So if that is the case, well, I mean, at some point you just got to respect a sociopath.
Oh, he's like a goddamn Saw villain. I like this guy. Yeah.
It's like, it's just like how you respect Michael Jordan for his greatness, even though he's clearly a monster. Deep down
Sure. Tim on YouTube says, this is awkward, but grill the bully and settle that shit maybe. Joel says, hook up with the bully and send the girlfriend to the non-pregnant girl in the last question. Gotta say, at Amy Liska and at Tim Kendall give much
better advice than I do.
Tim on YouTube says, I wish, God damn it, I got all these lights in my way. I wish people called. Oh fuck, I can't read.
I wish people would call me out of I did something to them back then. I recall some things and wonder if they recall.
Oh, that's not alarming.
He says I have some guilt. Get drunk and discuss it. Circumstance permitting. You know what?
Tim, you seem like a nice guy, or I think that you're forgiven.
Yeah.
We as the Love Gurus, this is your confession. And so what you have to do is you have to watch 4 more episodes. That's your penance of the Love Gurus, and then you're totally forgiven.
Dude,
you have no idea what he did.
But listen, okay, since we don't know, 6 more episodes. 6 more episodes. Like and subscribe, share on social media, and then we'll shoot you one of them nominated Parte Spiritu Santis, and then you're fucking good to go. You're absolved.
So much better.
Yeah. At Tim, this is from Joel on YouTube. Bro, I still have guilt over things I did 30 years ago. I was not a good person, a male. Yes. A man? No. Joel on YouTube says,
Joel definitely killed someone. Right?
I
just wanted to know.
Okay. Yeah, see, Joel, he's what? Already watched over 6 episodes and commented and liked and subscribed and shared on social media. So nominated Parte Spiritu Sante. Joel, you still get to go to heaven when you die, buddy.
Still going to Love Guru's heaven.
Yes. Joel on YouTube says, Jake, quit talking about Michael and have a drink of Jesus juice. Want me to read you a night-night story. Joel on YouTube says, I'm a hillbilly. I lost count of how many relative tongues I've had down my throat. Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
Oh boy.
So going back to this question, it's again. So my final advice for this person is: listen, not everything's about you, and you need to just get over it and just go to this party. And you can't expect everyone to change everything in their life for you. It's, if you are genuinely still that depressed about what happened and unhappy, it's called therapy. Everyone does it now. It's very progressive. There's even people in poly relationships, believe it or not.
God damn it.
So embrace some therapy if it's really affecting you that much. But otherwise,
take some Molly and go poly. That's what I learned. Those other people with their problems, even though there was a kid involved, sound happier than you. You sound fucking miserable.
Yeah.
But if here's the great news though, is that if that person still sucks, then you are perfectly justified to use everything they ever did in high school out on. Then you can bring that shit, but you just dig it back out. It's ready. Fuck her up. You gotta fight her.
Great ammunition.
Yeah, exactly.
I say you start drinking milk with steroids in it. You make it look like one of those 90s milk commercials. You know what I mean? You show up fucking jacked with that milk mustache and you beat the fuck out of your old bully. You know what I mean? Smear blood all over your friend's suit.
Do what animals do. Just assert your dominance real quick. Get the fuck out of
there. Hump her leg.
Hump her leg.
That's what my dog does.
Lift your leg and pee on her. Even though you're a lady, it's going to spray every which way. It's getting all over her outfit. It's going to be amazing.
Better yet, lick her pussy.
Yes.
She can't bully you anymore if you make her come. If you make her come, she's going to come back and thank you.
Thank you. She's going to be all like, I'm sorry.
She's going to be like, wow, why did I ever bully you? You made me come.
Yes. You put it on OnlyFans. We're gonna make it. We're gonna put this on Pornhub. It's gonna be called Bullylingus.
Yeah,
and it's gonna be the greatest porn that's ever been written.
Totally new category.
Yes, Bullylingus.
Yeah, amazing. Well, perfect. Well, I think we answered that question. Should we do one more?
Absolutely. Yeah. Last question on the Love Gurus podcast. People, write your questions for the Love Gurus podcast to loveguruspodcast@yahoo.com. or watch every single Thursday night live at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. We're going to take one more question from the wild animals on Reddit.
Last question. My husband got a tattoo of my face without telling me.
What the fuck?
Wait.
On his ass?
We're both 29 and
On his asshole. It's weird.
Her mouth is just a
yeah. When he
farts, it's just her whistling.
Dude, he can Ace Ventura her singing a song. It's
she's
great.
like always doing death left.
Wait. He got a tattoo of her face on him?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, on her without her consent. Hey, good morning, sweetie. Look what I did.
Good morning.
I woke up and there was my face tattooed on my face. I always have the same expression now. Seem to be having internet problems. There we are. We're having connection problems.
Okay.
Yes. Hopefully you guys can still hear us. Yeah. Your name?
Last week he asked me what my favorite picture of myself was, and I sent it to him. I thought it was going to be something for my birthday, but turns out it was for the tattoo. I hate it, and I couldn't hide it on my face. I kept asking if it was fake and if this was a prank, but no. He insisted that it was real, and it definitely looked real. The art itself wasn't very good either. I could tell that he could tell that I didn't like it, and I was honest with him that I didn't like it, but usually that I don't like tattoos of people's faces. I asked him why he didn't tell me about this, and he said that he wanted it to be a surprise.
Yeah.
He just said that he loves me so much and wanted to put that love on his body. I told him that if he felt like this, something we should have talked about. He was dumbfounded and crushed that I didn't like it, which made me feel awful because I could tell he was holding back tears. I think it hit a little extra hard since it's his first and only tattoo.
Yes. Yes. He's coming out of the gate hard. I respect this man.
Yeah.
I respect this man.
We've been talking.
Why on the thigh? I think that's the most effective. If it was like on his chest, so he could like jack off to her face, like in the mirror.
Dude, that's like pirate shit.
Really do that.
That's like pirate shit. I'm set in sail for 6 months.
It like comes out her chest so he can actually come on her face.
No, but then you're having sex with someone and your face is right there. Okay, I
mean, but it's on the thigh. He could come right on the face right there.
Yeah, I guess. I guess it works.
Lauren's right. Logistically, the thigh is perfect.
That is the better spot.
I'm tattooing my face on my wife's back so that I can look into my own face like Patrick Bateman from American Psycho, and I could give myself the point and just as I look down. You're fucking right now, buddy, and you look good up here, and you look good down there on my wife's back. Yeah, and if we go Polly, our girlfriend's getting that tattoo too.
And the tattoo on her back is just you pointing right back.
It's a tattoo of me pointing back at me, and it's like, yeah, that's gonna be the tattoo.
But
she's gonna hate her anniversary present. She's gonna hate her first anniversary present.
I can't wait till you get to like 5 years and she's just got a body for it.
She's gonna be a Jake Shrine, and every time I'm be like, "Yeah, I'm Jake. Look at me."
I mean, for starters, I feel like the marriage should be annulled because you clearly married a mentally disabled person.
No, honestly.
And also, you need to go to jail because I think that's against the law.
Wait, it's against the law to tattoo somebody?
No, never mind.
No.
Wait, are you talking about
Let's
me?
Just plow through what I said.
I thought you were talking about the question again.
No. So I as being a Love Guru guest so many times, as Jake said, this is pro-me propaganda, all right? She knew who she was marrying. She married this man. She never thought that he was going to be wild enough to tattoo.
I mean, I don't know.
Face.
He didn't get his first tattaoo, though.
That's
first tattoo.
But to Lauren's point, like he thought he was like, this is the biggest gesture of love I'm ever going to give someone. He was
playing Celine Dion when he first took his pants off in front of her.
He's not some dude that already has like both sleeves, et cetera, and so adding a tattoo just looks like another kind of snake. Like this was like the most romantic gesture.
Yeah.
You're the reason that cavemen used to have other cavemen chisel on their thighs pictures of their cavemen.
This is why I hate surprise parties, and please don't ever throw one for me. Because I don't fucking want it. You know, it's like it's the most selfish, inconsiderate thing, and it's like, yeah, you're not really reading my mind, you know.
I would like a surprise party. So
I'll give you a surprise party. That's fine. But don't you dare throw me one. And this is why, you know.
I'm actually surprised that it took us this long into the podcast for it to get awkward about your guys' relationship.
This is what we fight about.
Everything was totally fine now that we brought up a surprise party.
Yeah.
And Lauren and I still got in a fight.
We're gonna fight the whole way back about surprise party.
Okay, if we take the same train, I'll sit in a different car.
Joel on YouTube says, I'm still laughing at the John Denver line. And Tim on YouTube says, high five yourself, Jake. Yes, that's going to be one of the tattoos. It's going to be me high fiving me so I can high five myself.
It's like you high fiving mini me.
But I just like, okay, I feel like the kind of guy who gets this tattoo on him and thinks of like gestures so extreme and so dramatic like this. Like, what was the proposal like? Like this, like, was it in a stadium in front of a bunch of people that they don't know? Was it plastering her on a billboard? Like, it sounds like this guy does extreme things.
Yeah, it's something extreme that way missed the mark.
This is a very good point.
Yeah.
She, so she was totally down with, skydiving off of Everest, know, in the proposal and having a wedding in the Marianas Trench, whatever. And now he does this thing, and she's like, what the fuck?
You know what? Fuck her. You know what? Because I bet you the tattoo doesn't look good, and she's just pissed that she looks ugly on his body.
I'm gonna
I love the idea of that.
Just because you're a Red Sox fan.
Like
in the bleachers. So when you say no, there's just a bunch of drunk asshole Italians ready to throw beers at you.
And I will gladly say no at Yankee Stadium wearing Red Sox gear. And
fuck you!
And say fuck you.
I don't marry Yankee fans, bunch of fucking quiz.
But yeah,
fuck you on fuck the curse of the Bambino, you fucking jack off.
But yeah, Lauren, you brought up a good point though. Is one thing that I hate is when someone is like, oh, Suzanne, like look at this picture of this person. It looks like you. That it's sort of just that reminder of what you look like, which is like listening to your own voice. You're never like, oh, great, like you never find your doppelganger and think hot. Or
it's just like, oh, thank you, you found another brunette with glasses, congratulations.
So it might be that she looks at the picture and she herself doesn't think that she looks smoking hot in it. And really, that's the core issue.
I have never liked a picture of myself.
It's true.
No,
but that's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't even like that I can see my face right now.
Yeah.
I keep on looking everywhere.
It's true.
Because I try to look, and I'm like, oh, I'm ugly, and then I gotta look this way.
If my wife is watching and wants to get a tattoo of me somewhere on her, don't use a picture from now. I look chubby.
Yeah. My mom still thinks I'm dating a dog. If you look at any of his social media profile, it's just him as a dog, as his dog. So
I do like the idea of this guy and this lady crawling back to his tattoo artist and going, hey man, can you take 10 pounds off of this tattoo?
No,
he doesn't like it.
I would love it. He's like, hey, can you fix this tattoo? Just don't make it look like her. And he's like, I got you, bro. And then he just tattoos a very old style mustache on her. And he's like, are you happy? Yeah.
I know I paid a lot for this, and I don't know if you guys do cover-ups, but this is her bad side. Can you have
I will say, I know a lot of people where the thigh was their first tattoo, and I just find it such a weird spot. And and every person I know that the thigh was their first tattoo, maybe not all there. Like in the moment, maybe they're great now, but in that moment of their life,
but maybe they just don't want it showing.
I just think about the part of my body that is 100% going to change a lot is my thigh.
Oh, my thigh has changed 20 times in the middle of this podcast.
Yeah, if I get a tattoo on my side, if I got a tattoo on my side of a face, it would have acne on it from my cellulite, and that acne would change over time.
I only have one tattoo, and that actually was on my taint. But to be fair, it was put there by my grandfather before he died. It's a treasure map, and he was like, "This is for anyone who really loves you. No one who doesn't really love you deserves the treasure." And he tattooed the treasure map on my taint.
It's very optimistic of your grandparents.
Yeah.
If I ever get a tattoo on my leg, I'm going to get the whole Appalachian Trail that goes all the way to Europe, because it does, because, if you know geography. And then my cellulite and everything has purpose. You know, like all the bumps in the
go.
legs, they have purpose. You know,
right, altitude, etc.
I got a buddy who has
a shining seat.
It's a 3T. It's a 3T match. You know what I mean?
It's like they don't have kids, and it's like feel mommy's Appalachian Trail.
Yeah, I didn't let myself go with all these cheeseburgers. I'm on the Appalachian Trail better.
I didn't let myself go. I let myself become an educational tool.
Yeah.
You're giving back to nature is what you're doing.
Yeah.
What am I going to do? Make it flat? Give all those flat earthers more fucking bullshit to put on their websites? No. It's got to be real. It's got to be real. Otherwise, flat earthers win.
Yeah. And they will never win. Not as long as my fat
Wait. Oh, sorry. I totally just had a stupid thought. But
what?
Is the tattoo on the inner thigh then? Or is it?
No, it doesn't say. Just
because it'd be kind of cute if he had the tattoo on one thigh and then he had a tattoo of his face on the other, and they could kiss.
And they kiss?
Yeah.
Yeah. Every time he does the Charleston, they fall in love.
I'm sorry I had to hold everyone up for that. I didn't mean to say wait. I just got really excited at the thought of that.
Yeah. No, I think But in general, let's say that you're married to someone. Do you think that your partner, do you think that you should check with the other person before you get a tattoo?
No.
What do you think that you should check with the other person if you're going to get a tattoo?
I think the answer is yes.
You don't check with okay, listen, my body, my choice.
I think that if you're getting just a generic tattoo, whatever, you don't have to tell. You don't have to.
I decide to get
if it's a name or your face,
they don't need to know. I mean, you can tell them, but
they don't need to know.
I'm
gonna.
Oh my god! But you're doing it out of spite, though. You're like, I'm gonna get it on my pussy. And the next time you eat my pussy out, the next time you're gonna say your face.
I literally tattooed Faisal's eyes above my pussy just so.
It looks like the cave in Aladdin where the lion comes up. Like the teeth, the mouth, the entrance to the
I'm gonna get a tattoo on without telling my wife. I'm gonna get an Ewok tattooed on my dick, and when I get a boner, he turns into a Wookiee. It's gonna be amazing. He turns into a Wookiee. You know, he starts off and then he goes. You know what I mean?
That's the noise you make when you come.
Yeah.
You just like when Jake comes, he goes.
Yeah, the whole time.
I'm scared.
But before all that, while I'm performing cunnilingus, I sing the Jedi song at the end. I sing a little. The whole time I'm down there.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So now the question is, we have an answer.
But to Amy's credit, she does the whole. The Jedi fight, yeah.
It's
actually
great.
really beautiful.
And here's the thing: total coincidental. We hate Star Wars. I wish we didn't fuck this way. You know, it's totally involuntary.
You're Star Trek fans.
We hate the fact that grown men are so into this goddamn movie, but we can't stop fucking with these goofy noises. Come, you will. You know, I belt shit like that out.
When Jake first went down on Amy, he went like this, and she was just like, "My love, my one true love."
Yeah. And I was like, "No, I got it's a broken finger. Yeah. They're in like stints. I can't."
How else are you supposed to spread the pussy open?
Okay, but so my final advice.
Real quick though, Tim on YouTube says, never get a hot girl tattooed on your back.
You might end up
in prison.
That's pretty good advice.
That's good.
Really good advice.
Yeah, that's very good. That's very good. Joel says, is Suzanne's hair wet? Her hair has been rubbing this. Wait, what? Rubbing this painting?
Rubbing the paintings.
Rubbing the paintings.
It's a little wet, but I've not been.
Oh, it's soaked.
It is, but the frequency isn't there. You know, I need to do a little.
Oh yeah.
Watch her. Here she comes. Here she comes.
Yeah.
Joel says, a woman using her body as an educational tool. If I tell my wife I'm trying to further my education, would that sound believable? Asking for a friend.
Yes.
Who's your friend?
Me. And I say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just go for it, Joel.
The body is a very,
easy tool to use, consensually, of course. Oh. But like the couple in the poly relationship in our first question, they're still kind of figuring out how their bodies work.
Well, and like how Jeff Goldblum used Laura Dern's hand in the movie Jurassic Park to show the probability and the chaos theory of how the way the drop of water would go left or right. And I think I just need to talk about Jeff Goldblum at least once.
I was going to say, I would actually really...
I don't mind a Jeff Goldblum reference. How obscure? Yeah, I would be no matter how obscure.
If you got a Jeff Goldblum tattoo right above your pussy, I would pop the question.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, guess who just booked a
tattoo? Yeah.
But see, that water thing only works when you're Jeff Goldblum. Yeah. When you look as much like Steve Buscemi, who likes carbs as much as I do, it just doesn't work. I'm just like, let me put water on your hand. There's a point. It's about randomness. It's about chaos. And let me tell you about chaos. It just doesn't
like,
work.
Why is my hand wet?
Yeah. It just doesn't work.
Water on my hand. Yeah. But yeah. So going back to this question, my final advice for this woman is, look, get over yourself. Like,
get over yourself.
Clearly was a huge gesture of affection for you, and you shed all over it. Maybe I get it. It's crazy. It's crazy and weird, but see the goodness in it. And once it's healed a bit, then you can see, okay, either maybe you'll get used to it, or, then you could talk about other options.
Also, yeah, her two other options are A, gets covered up. And what do you cover it up with?
A dick.
Okay.
Yeah, totally did.
Or you get it removed, and then you have this fucking looking weird scar and is like you got to look at every time, and you're just like, that's gross. Now you got a deformed leg.
And also, wouldn't you want to be that woman that's like that takes it as a sign, like, so when he sleeps with another woman,
or
for
like,
sure, why are you not looking at that?
You gotta look at the certain, like, he can never cheat on you, and if he does, that woman's saying, who the fuck's that girl?
Nah, he could still cheat on her. People are scummy. People would still fuck him. People have fucked far worse.
Yeah. And drunk dudes cheating will say anything. Oh, that's my dead mom. Wife. She's dead now and totally not alive. But we got to finish in the next 45 minutes because she's haunting the place.
And she comes back in 45 minutes.
And by the way, I'm on your side. You have every right to be pissed about the tattoo. What he did was fucking stupid. Wow. And I am a believer in, I would consult my girlfriend if I was getting a tattoo, because odds are the tattoo is probably a dummy. Like 95% of tattoos, I look at them and I'm like, you should not have done that. So maybe that's why, like, I have a bias. I like
that tattoo. Busted.
I know. Busted. I've seen her naked. I know she's got tattoos.
Okay, hold on, you don't need to see me naked to see the two tattoos I have, one here and one there.
Yeah, I was going to say, I needed to establish that I saw her
faces
naked.
Does she have where? Like, what kind of crazy shit does she have?
She actually has Carlton from Fresh Prince's face on her ass.
That I respect.
Yeah.
It's actually not his face. It's him. It's a silhouette of him doing the Carlton.
And, like, it's actually an animated GIF.
Yeah. Well, it's not
a GIF.
She's got Jeff Bridges, but after he got fast, it's weird. I don't know why she's into it.
It's animated GIF, but it's not 100% animated. I have to, like, shake my ass, and then all of a sudden you see his pants.
Oh, I love that idea. That
would be idea. A flip book butt. I think that would work.
Shake it on.
I know I'm not a love guru, but I definitely have a dissenting opinion. Just like, a dissenting opinion is Supreme Court justice ruling. Fuck up. Sorry, I didn't think about that.
So we get it. You stopped practicing law. Stop telling everyone.
But your opinion then is that it was dumb to get it, but what should they do now?
I think he should have ran her. I think she should leave him and join that polyamorous relationship.
Fuck the what? Fuck the
and
girl.
get pregnant. Yeah. So that way, there's two pregnant chicks to one.
They could totally get a TLC show out of it.
Yeah,
100%.
I think she should join them and start a whole poly compound.
You know what this sounds like?
Leave them though.
You know what I realized?
They should get rifles in case the federal government comes in and tries to cock them.
Odds are this guy, if he did that, he also bought like a bunch of AMC stock with all of your life savings, and it's time to get a guy on the side.
All right,
maybe Blockbusters are cheap now. Blockbusters are cheap. I bought this one for like $10-$20.
Okay, you know what this question sounds like? It sounds like it came from a fucking Sheila. All right,
yeah.
Sheila
comes full
get
circle.
off the internet and go live your life. All right?
Yeah.
Sheila,
Is that a permanent expression of love for me? I don't like it. Man.
Listen, I get it, Sheila. Your friend had a fake wedding. Your friend got fucking pregnant.
But not only did you have a real wedding, your husband's got a real tattoo of you, you
Your
stuck-up
husband got a
twat.
tattoo
How
of
dare
you.
you? How dare you, Sheila?
Your
This
best
man loves
friend
you.
invited your bully to the party. Like,
He told your
Sheila,
bully to fuck off. He stopped having sex with your ex-girlfriend, or at least pulled out so she didn't get pregnant. You know what I mean? Your husband's perfect, except for that stupid tattoo.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
I'm just amazed we got questions that are surrounded by this woman, Sheila. And the lore here is amazing because I need her to know that you are able to be better, Sheila. You are. Listen.
Yes.
Go home. Light a candle. Look yourself in the mirror and slowly take your clothes off. Then start at your nipples. Just touch them. All right? Aren't they nice? Great. Make your way down to your own pussy and touch yourself. Keep doing it. Keep doing it until you come. Because, Sheila, this is what you deserve. And what you don't deserve is the negative fucking energy you put out there, you dumb fucking bitch.
Wah, wah, wah.
Dumb
fucking bitch. Yes.
Dumb fucking bitch.
Yes.
Dumb fucking bitch.
Yes.
Well, we know the title of this episode.
Weirdly enough, dumb fucking bitch is also what I call my. I'm a bit of a Sheila. I call myself.
Oh, I know. We saw it at the wedding. So.
Lauren just rips her face off and is like,
Oh, Sheila!
I am a Sheila.
I feel like that's
trapped
the love
on some
gurus
guy's
jump the shark.
thigh.
I've been on the show so many times that I am the question.
Yes.
I am that I am. Yeah.
I was a Sheila pretending to be cool. Now I'm judging all of you. I'm judging you and you and you and all you people asking questions. Fuck all of you. If I find any tattoos of my face on any of you, I'm taking them off with a belt sander.
Next time I'm on this show, I'm just, and if I am allowed back,
Of course you're allowed back.
I'm gonna just take the side of the shittiest take every time.
Yeah. There we go.
And I'm just gonna go full heel Sheila.
Yeah.
And, like, we're gonna
Go full
replace the
Sheila.
name as heel to then it's becoming a Sheila. You know?
Oh, awesome.
All right. I think you should prank him at least, though. Figure out how to get like custom fake tattoos and get an entire fucking mural of him on your back.
Yes.
Get a fake mural of his baby. I know what I said the other day. I was being a cunty Sheila, and I apologize. Listen.
Oh, you're talking to her. I thought
Yes.
you were talking to me.
No, I'm saying to the lady asking a question. The lady asking a
I'm
question.
gonna put Faisal's
But
face
you should do
somewhere.
this to Faisal too. You should do this to Faisal too. But get him so drunk that he forgets that I said any of this. So what you do is you just get him fucking drunk one night, have a good night, take him home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just like, listen, I was being a fucking twat. I was being a total Sheila.
Yeah.
I think your leg tattoo of me is awesome.
Yeah.
And just to show you my appreciation, it's you, it's your face, it's big across my entire back. You now go from my neck to my crack. You know what I mean? And
My neck.
Yes.
My crack.
Yes.
Faisal's on my back.
It wraps around to all kinds of stuff. Look what your chin's doing. Look what your chin. I got an underneath tattoo. I had to pay extra.
Oh, I
but
love
our
that.
love is worth it.
I love a wraparound tattoo where it's like, wraps around this way.
Yeah. Like a goddamn fruit roll-up. That's what you do. Just get his entire face.
If
Have it like
I did a
the
big
whole way.
block lettering your name and started with F right here and got to the last name Alam with concluding your middle name, I would have to do the whole length of my
Yeah.
body.
Oh my God. And you guys would be like the cutest couple on the Jersey Shore ever.
I would leave you because it wasn't Jeff Goldblum's name.
No, I'm getting him first. Yeah.
Okay,
But next to your name, it could be Jeff Goldblum going, huh? Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah, actually, Jeff Goldblum giving me a thumbs up on your back.
And that's
what I want.
That's what he's going to look at during sex. That's going to be
Like,
his
keep
Christmas.
going,
Like,
yeah.
Jeff Goldblum knows I'm fucking killing it right now.
And next to Jeff Goldblum, it says, life finds a way.
Yes. Awesome. Well, I think we answered that question.
Absolutely. Thank you so much to our guests. Thank you to Lauren. Thank you to Faisal. Thank you to the listeners, man.
Yeah.
Thank you to the viewers. Thank you to everybody commenting. Thank you to Joel. Thank you to Tim. Thank you to everybody who's watched, man. Write us questions at loveguruspodcast@yahoo.com. Watch every single Thursday live at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Give comments, give questions. Until next week, later.